Now there's tons of free plugins when it comes to making lo-fi or chill type beats, but I want to show you the 4 that in my opinion sit right at the top of the pack. And I'll leave the download links in the description so that you can download them right away. And we'll kick off by exploring a plugin called Solaris. Now Solaris is a pretty unique reverb plugin that has the potential to revolutionize your sound. And what makes this plugin so unique from other reverb plugins is not only does it add those reflections that you hear in the sound, but it also adds these harmonics and different textures to the reverb that you wouldn't get in any other plugin. And this can really help you create layers and depth to your music. And I'll quickly show you how it works. So on the screen right now, I've got Solaris, and as you can see, there are a load of different parameters that you can affect to design the reverb that you are looking for. Now to show you a quick demo of how it works, I'm just going to be flicking through some of the presets. I'm actually going to use one of my favorite pads, and that's because using sounds like pads or textures is really one of the best ways to get the most out of this plugin. But before I show you what it sounds like, I'm just going to turn the plugin off first of all, and I'm going to play this pattern dry so you can hear what we're working with from the beginning. So as you can see, it's really soft, mellow, warm pads. It'll be great for some sleepy lo-fi music. But if we wanted to just add a little bit more warmth or character or just a little bit of movement in that sound, then we can go to Solaris to not only add some reverb, but some additional harmonics as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let the chord progression play in the background, and I'm going to select some of the presets, maybe have a play around with some of the parameters, and this way you can see how the plugin works in real time. And that's just a quick demo so you can see how the plugin works in real time. So as you can hear, there are just these subtle additional layers of sound that are adding a really nice tonal brightness to the track and making it jump out a little bit more. And this is perfect for a scenario where maybe you don't want to use too many instruments, but you want to be able to fill up some dead space. Or perhaps you have quite a few instruments, but you feel like there's a little something missing, just an additional texture or layer that you could put into the music. This is the perfect plugin for that. Next up, we have Cymatics Origin. Now this is the perfect plugin when you're looking to create that nostalgic vintage sound that is such a key characteristic for the lo-fi genre. Now one of the key features of this plugin is its resampling feature. And in this context, resampling is referring to changing the sample rate. And when you decrease the sample rate of a sound, you're essentially decreasing the frequency range in which it can operate, and you're decreasing its resolution as well. Now the great thing is you don't really need to understand what that means in order to get great results from the plugin. So let me show you what it looks like. Grab this sample loop and I'm just going to play it for you and slowly decrease the sample rate, and you'll just see how the sound changes as the sample rate decreases. So that's how decreasing the sample rate will affect your sound. And you can really hear the effects start to kick in once you get to this 3 to 4 kilohertz region over here. So now I'm just going to play a piano loop, and I'm going to browse through the presets whilst the loop is playing, so you can just hear the different types of sounds that you can create with Origin. So as you can see, this is the perfect plugin to capture that vintage warmth that you might just need. So next up we have Spitfire Audio's Labs plugin. And this plugin is not your ordinary VST. It's got a really cool design that allows you to download and install your favorite libraries so you can access them all in one place. Now there are so many instruments that you can pick from, but perhaps one of the most popular ones is Labs Soft Piano. And the soft piano is a really great felt piano. And of course, felt pianos are essential when it comes to making that sleepy lo-fi music, as it's so popular within that genre. And I've got a quick demo so you can see how it works. Okay, so here we have the soft piano from Labs, and I'm just going to play a quick lo-fi chord progression so you can hear how it sounds. So that's an amazing sounding free piano, and if that's not good enough for you, here's how it sounds when you layer it with other instruments as well. Okay, now I've layered the soft piano with a pad from Labs, and I've also layered it with some organic textures. This one's called Thunder and Burst. And remember, all of these libraries are free within Labs. And this is how it sounds when you layer those three together. So you can see there's such a rich, warm sound with a lot of depth. And that's just from using 3 instruments from Labs, and there's so much more available. There are so many libraries and also different ways in which you can layer the sounds from Labs. You can even use it as a starting point to finding your go-to lo-fi sounds. And last on the list, we have Vinyl by iZotope. And this plugin has this really cool ability to make your music sound like it was reproduced in a different decade. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So this is Vinyl, and as you can see, it's got a really cool interface. If you don't turn it off, however, it will just be picking up some background noise in case you ever hear any hissing or rustling in the background. So I often turn it on bypass when I'm not using it. And I'm going to leave it on bypass for a moment as I play you a quick loop. It's both a melody and a drum loop, and it's going to allow you to hear how vinyl works on both drums and instruments together. Now I'm going to use vinyl and just toggle through the decades and just listen to how the sound changes as we go further back in time. And for me, the biggest difference is definitely between that bass and low end. And the further back in time you go, the more it just starts to disappear and becomes inaudible. And that's just one of the many effects that come with vinyl. So I'd highly recommend giving it a download and playing around to find out what kind of effects you'd like to use in your own music. So there you have it. Those are my fantastic 4, but now I want to hear from you guys. So drop a comment below and let me know what your favorite free plugin is, and I'll let you know if I've used it before. And on a final note, I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.